Zik of Africa, the enduring legacy of Nnamdi Azikiwe. In the early dawn of the 20th century, a transformative figure emerged from the heart of West Africa. Born on November 16, 1904, in the serene town of Zungeru, in what is now Niger State, Nigeria, he was christened Nnamdi Azikiwe, a name from his Igbo heritage meaning, "My father is alive." Little did anyone know, this boy, born to Obed-Edom Chukwuemeka, a clerk in the British colonial administration, would not just live, but would ignite a flame of freedom that would echo across a continent. He would become known simply as Zik of Africa, a dreamer forged in a fractured continent. From his earliest days, Azikiwe displayed an insatiable intellect and a profound curiosity. His parents, pillars of their community, instilled in him values of hard work and academic pursuit. But it was the stark reality of a continent carved up by colonial powers that truly shaped his nascent vision. Growing up under the shadow of European dominion, young Nnamdi witnessed firsthand the indignities and systemic oppression that defined life for millions of Africans. He harbored a singular, powerful dream: to see Africa stand sovereign, its people masters of their own destiny, free from foreign subjugation. The American Odyssey, a vision takes flight. In a bold move that would redefine his path, Azikiwe embarked on an extraordinary journey across the Atlantic in his early adulthood. His destination, America, the land of opportunity and burgeoning civil rights movements. On the hallowed grounds of Lincoln University in Pennsylvania, his worldview expanded exponentially. He immersed himself in the revolutionary ideas of intellectual giants like W.E.B. Du Bois and the impassioned calls for self-determination from Marcus Garvey. These thinkers, champions of black liberation and unity, profoundly inspired Azikiwe. It was here, in the crucible of American academia, that his belief solidified. Africa's future lay squarely in the hands of its own people, not its colonizers. His American education armed him with critical thinking, a deep understanding of political systems, and an unshakable commitment to education, self-reliance, and the burgeoning philosophy of Pan-Africanism. Return and raw, the voice of the oppressed. Azikiwe returned to Nigeria in 1934, not as a mere scholar, but as a formidable force for change. He swiftly became a leading voice in Nigeria's burgeoning nationalist movement. He understood that liberation hinged on dismantling the oppressive colonial framework, and he was determined to be at the forefront of that monumental shift. He assumed the editorship of the West African Pilot, a newspaper that quickly transformed into a powerful platform for the independence cause. Through his fiery editorials and rallying cries, Azikiwe galvanized Nigerians, imploring them to fight for their freedom, reclaim their dignity, and forge a future free from colonial shackles. He then co-founded the National Council of Nigeria and the Cameroons, NCNC, which rapidly became a dominant political party advocating vehemently for Nigerian independence. The NCNC, anchored by principles of nationalism and unity, thrived under Azikiwe's charismatic leadership, inspiring a new generation to seize control of their own destiny. Zik of Africa, a continental champion. As Azikiwe's reputation grew, so did his influence, transcending national borders. His ardent supporters affectionately bestowed upon him the title, Zik of Africa, a testament to his pivotal role not just in Nigeria's struggle, but in the broader African liberation movement. He was seen as a vanguard leader, battling for the freedom and unification of all Africans. His popularity wasn't merely a result of his political achievements. It was born from his unwavering dedication to the cause of independence and his profound belief that African unity was the bedrock of continental prosperity and strength. He tirelessly collaborated with other visionary leaders, including Ghana's Kwame Nkrumah and Kenya's Jomo Kenyatta, to chart a collective course toward a free and united Africa. They recognized that true freedom for any African nation was intrinsically linked to the liberation of the entire continent. Independence achieved, Nigeria's defining moment. After years of relentless struggle, the momentous day arrived, October 1, 1960. Nigeria finally cast off the chains of British colonial rule. Azikiwe, a central architect of this historic victory, saw his role cemented when he became the first ceremonial president of independent Nigeria. This triumph, for Azikiwe, transcended personal achievement. It was the realization of the collective dream of millions of Nigerians who had yearned for the right to govern themselves. A nation once fragmented by colonial decrees now stood united under the proud banner of freedom, a shining beacon of African potential and self-determination. The legacy of Zik, a vision under duress. As Nigeria's first president, Azikiwe presided over a nascent nation grappling with formidable challenges. The early years of independence were marked by ethnic divisions, regional tensions, and political instability. Though his presidential role was largely ceremonial with limited executive power, he remained a steadfast advocate for unity, justice, and self-reliance. His position became particularly complex during the devastating Nigerian Civil War, 1967 to 1970. As an Igbo man, Azikiwe found himself at the epicenter of a national tragedy that pitted the federal government against the breakaway Biafran state. Yet, even amidst this profound national trauma, his legacy as a unifier endured. His powerful calls for reconciliation and national healing played a crucial role in paving the way for Nigeria's post-war recovery. Despite the formidable obstacles he faced in his later years, his unwavering vision for a unified Africa never dimmed. A hero's departure, a lasting flame. Nnamdi Azikiwe lived to witness Nigeria's evolution into a republic, experiencing both its triumphs and its tribulations. His health gracefully declined in the 1990s, and on May 11, 1996, at the remarkable age of 91, the Zik of Africa passed into history. The world mourned the loss of one of its most distinguished leaders. Yet, his spirit remains vibrant. He bequeathed a profound legacy, one of intellectual rigor, immense political courage, and an unshakable belief in African unity. He is not merely remembered as Nigeria's first president, but as a true Pan-African hero, a visionary who tirelessly championed a better, united, and prosperous Africa for all its people. Today, Nnamdi Azikiwe is revered across Nigeria and the wider continent. Streets, universities, and iconic monuments proudly bear his name, standing as perpetual reminders of his unwavering commitment to freedom, justice, and unity. The Zik of Africa remains a towering figure whose dream for a truly independent, united, and thriving continent continues to inspire generations, a beacon guiding Africa's ongoing journey towards self-realization.